I thought we'd have a change, and instead of a story, I'm going to do you a poem. This is a poem from Quick Let's Get Out of Here by Michael Rosen. Unfortunately, Michael Rosen's been a bit poorly at the moment, and he's actually written some new poems while he's been in hospital, and I shall try and read you some of those soon. But for now, this is one of my favourites when I was a little girl. It's called Eddie and the Gerbil. Michael Rosen had a little boy called Eddie. It's all about him. Not long ago, we went on holiday with some people who've got gerbils. We haven't got any pets, and Eddie, he was 2 years old, he thought they were wonderful. He was always looking in their cage going, "Hello, gerbils! Hello, gerbils! Hello, gerbils!" And when the boys took them out of the cage, Eddie loved stroking them, going, "Hello, gerbils! Hello, gerbils! Hello, gerbils!" all over again. Now, when we got home from the holiday, like I said, we haven't got any pets. What we've got is mice. So we wanted to get rid of them. So we rang up the council to ask for the mouse man to come over and get rid of them. The mouse man, that's not a man who is a mouse, silly. It's a man who comes over and he goes round sniffing along the walls and behind cupboards to find where the mice go. Then he puts down these little trays of poison, only the mice don't know it's poison. They think it's some really nice stuff like biscuits. And this poison, it burns them up from the inside and they just die. The dead ones pong a bit. The bloke puts down little trays of this poison and the mice find it and go, "Wow, this looks really great, tasty stuff." Gobble, 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 clunk, dead. Gobble, 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 clunk. So one morning, we're having breakfast. And when Eddie has breakfast, sometimes he sits at the table, sometimes he sits on the table, sometimes he sits under the table. Well, this particular morning, he was sitting under the table. So I'm eating my breakfast, munch, 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 and suddenly I hear, "Hello, gerbils." I ignore it, munch, munch, munch. "Hello, gerbils." Better have a look. Oh no, he's got a dead mouse in his hand, clutching it, head poking out the top of his fist, tail out the bottom, and he's stroking it, the dead mouse, and he's going, "Hello, gerbils. Hello, gerbils. Hello, gerbils." I go, no, Eddie, it's not a gerbil. It's a mouse, a dead mouse." And he shakes his head and he goes, "Nah, gerbils." "No, Eddie, give it here." So I took hold of it by the tail and I took it over to the bin. And he's following behind me on his little legs and I dropped it in the bin and he comes over to the bin too and he looks up all sad and he goes, "Oh, bye-bye, gerbils."